In this video, to figure out why netherite never burns in lava or fire, we will dive into the lore and science of netherite, the most powerful material in Minecraft. It's the only thing that can withstand the burning heat of lava. But how is this possible? How can a material that's made out of gold and netherite scraps, and sometimes diamond, never burn in lava? The short answer is that netherite is a very heat-resistant metal alloy, but the long answer will require a deeper dive into the secret properties of netherite. Let us begin. Before we can understand why netherite never burns in lava, we need to explore the lore and history of this mysterious material. According to Minecraft's lore, an ancient people of the past, known as the Ancient Builders, entered the Nether. When they entered, they discovered that when gold was combined with this illustrious material called netherite scrap obtained from ancient debris, it forged a very powerful material called netherite. When combined with diamond armor, weapons, or tools, it greatly improved their strength and durability. In fact, the ancient builders were so enamored with this material that they forced the piglins, innocent creatures that were once pigs, to mine for gold and store it in the bastions. As the ancient builders explored the Nether, they likely discovered the rich deposits of gold that could be found there. At first, the ancient builders probably saw the piglins as a potential source of labor and gold, and they likely made deals with these creatures to barter gold for other goods and services. However, as time went on, the ancient builders probably realized that they could exploit the piglins and force them to mine for gold without offering any kind of compensation or benefits. This is likely how the ancient builders came to enslave the piglins, using their superior strength and knowledge to force these creatures into labor. As the piglins became more and more reliant on the ancient builders for their needs, they probably lost their ability to resist or escape their oppression. The only thing they knew was obtaining gold. Over time, the ancient builders probably became more and more ruthless in their exploitation of the piglins, treating them brutally and without mercy. It's likely that they saw the piglins as nothing more than a means to an end, using them to mine for gold and to enrich themselves. The piglins were treated brutally and had no choice but to obey the ancient builders' commands. They were subjected to long hours of grueling labor and were given no rest or mercy. It's unclear how long this state of slavery lasted, but it's clear that the ancient builders were ruthless and had no concern for the well-being of the piglins. The ancient builders probably used the gold to create netherite and also golden apples. The gold was stored in massive quantities in the bastions. The bastions themselves were likely not much better to live in, as they were probably cramped and crowded with piglins working tirelessly to mine for gold. It's unclear what conditions the piglins were kept in, but it's likely that they were given little to no amenities or comforts. Even though the ancient builders are long gone, the piglins still love gold, but it seems the piglins have forgotten about netherite. Only trace amounts of it can be found inside bastion chests. Diamond armor, swords, ancient debris, and more can be found inside of these chests, so it's likely netherite armor was crafted here. The piglins, who are now hostile and aggressive towards players most of the time, seem to have no interest in the netherite that they once mined for the ancient builders. It's possible that the piglins have forgotten the true value of netherite, or perhaps they simply don't possess the knowledge or technology to craft it into useful items. Whatever the reason, it's clear that netherite is a rare and valuable material that is highly sought after by players. This rarity has only added to the mystique and allure of netherite, making it a highly sought after item in the world of Minecraft. Players will not stop at nothing to get their hands on this powerful material, and it's not uncommon for them to go to great lengths to search for it in the depths of the Nether. Despite its rarity, netherite is a material that's unlike any other in the game. So what makes netherite so special? Its strength and durability are unparalleled, and it's the only material that can withstand the extreme heat of lava. Nothing in Minecraft can withstand the power of the cacti though. But come on, we're overanalyzing a game here. Netherite is a material that's infused with ancient magic and the power of the Nether, making it a truly unique and mysterious metal. The science of netherite. Netherite, the strongest material in Minecraft, is unfortunately not a metal in real life. However, there might be evidence of a real-life metal similar to netherite. In Minecraft, netherite can be crafted using a crafting table with netherite scrap and gold. Netherite scrap is a mysterious and rare substance that must be very durable, dense, have a very high melting point, be malleable, and be very rare. So what could this material be that makes netherite so special? How does it manage to survive in lava? a substance that would melt and destroy most other materials in the game. To determine what element netherite scrap could most closely be related to, we must analyze its properties. Based on the fact that netherite ingots are made of 12 karat gold, it's likely that netherite scrap is an alloy of gold. There are several elements that could potentially be used in an alloy with gold, including zinc, copper, nickel, iron, cadmium, aluminum, silver, platinum, and palladium. So, to narrow down the possibilities, we can consider the melting points of each of these elements. Zinc, copper, cadmium, aluminum, and silver all have melting points that are lower than the temperature of lava, so they can be ruled out as potential candidates for netherite scrap. Nickel, iron, platinum, and palladium all have melting points that are higher than the temperature of lava, making them possible candidates. The most likely candidate for the alloy is platinum gold, as platinum is a very strong and heat-resistant metal that's often found close to gold deposits underground. It's also often the next level above gold in a lot of tier systems in games, making it the logical choice for being the alloy with gold. Platinum gold alloys are a very strong and durable material that's able to withstand high temperatures and extreme pressures. It has a melting point of around 1773 degrees Celsius, or 3183 degrees Fahrenheit, which is much higher than the temperature of lava, which is around 1200 degrees Celsius, or 2190 degrees Fahrenheit. Platinum and gold are both found deep below the Earth's surface, often in areas where there is a high concentration of magma or molten rock. These metals are formed through a process known as magmatic segregation. Magmatic segregation is the process by which different elements and minerals are separated from molten magma or lava as it cools and solidifies. This process occurs deep below the Earth's surface, often in areas where there is a high concentration of magma or molten rock. As the magma cools, different elements and minerals will begin to solidify at different temperatures. For example, heavier and denser elements, like gold and platinum, will solidify before lighter elements, like aluminum or silicon. This process of segregation results in the formation of ore deposits, which are concentrations of minerals or metals that can be mined or extracted for use. These ore deposits can be found in a variety of forms, including as pure metals or as alloys with other elements. Platinum and gold are often found in close proximity to one another, as they are both highly dense and heavy metals. They are also both resistant to corrosion and wear, which makes them valuable for use in jewelry and other applications. Platinum and gold can be found in a variety of forms, including as pure metals or as alloys with other metals. It is one of the few alloys that can be found naturally in nature. This may have been how the Nether and its ores were formed. But how does this material hold up against the heat and pressures of the Nether, where temperatures can probably reach much higher? Well, this is where diamonds come into play. Diamond armor, tools, or weapons can be combined with netherite in a smithing table. Diamonds are one of the hardest and most heat-resistant materials on Earth. They have a melting point of approximately 3,550 degrees Celsius, which is equivalent to 6,322 degrees Fahrenheit. This high melting point allows diamonds to withstand the high temperatures of the Nether. The combination of these two materials creates a compound that's able to withstand the extreme temperatures and pressures of the Nether, including the scorching heat of lava. All of these factors, including some magic too, work together to make netherite a unique and powerful material that never burns in Minecraft. You might be wondering though, there are probably other items or blocks in Minecraft that have a much higher heat resistance than lava, yet still burn. And to that I say, it's just a block game, don't overthink it. This is all just for fun. In conclusion, the science and lore behind netherite is complex and mysterious, but it's clear that the combination of platinum, gold, and diamonds creates a material that's unparalleled in strength and heat resistance. It's a material that's infused with ancient magic and the energy of the Nether, making it a truly unique and powerful substance in Minecraft. If you want to learn more about netherite, click the video on the left. If you want to learn more about the piglins and their story, click the video on the right. Thanks for watching.